As the reality of climate change gets more obvious globally, conversations are getting louder. Whether it is among world leaders, private groups or individuals, conversations about climate change cannot be overemphasized. The Just Act initiative seeks to further educate people who may not know or understand what climate change is and to open their eyes to how it affects them and what they can do about it.
We are not just innovating because we believe the world should perish, but we are innovating so that the youth can be galvanized around the world to take action.
Just Act. It's a call to individuals, to students, to researchers, to scientists, to technologists, to women in the market, to the world leaders that enough is enough. We just need to act for the planet.
Art has always been a great medium to pass messages, and the Just Act initiative believes through art, the message of climate change can reach far and wide. To do this, no better place could have been chosen than the famous Nike Art Gallery in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital.
We can use art to educate people by turning trash to treasure and by turning waste to wealth.
I look at the environment and I realize that we as humans, we have two bodies. We have the physical body and the invisible body. So we all see the physical body that we all share. We see our skin, we see our faces, we see everything. But the invisible body, we know it, but we don't really look at that direction. And the invisible body is our space.
My piece titled Who Impregnated the Earth is actually what I saw around me, towards how we deal with our environment, how we engage our items, our waste items with the environment. We don't actually put ourselves in that position that we are the one polluting the space.
In recent times, Lagos has been battling floods and other effects of climate change. The Nike Art Gallery itself is situated in Etiosa local government area, not far from the ocean. And as the years go by, the floods get closer.
According to the United Nations, there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean by 2015 if immediate intervention is not done.
It's had a devastating impact. You can see the beaches here on the coast, the Lagos Beach, for example. The sea, the sand there, it's really the erosion is so backward, so in right now that you could hardly walk 1,000 meters. You're already at in front of the ocean. But before you could walk a kilometer in, and this is something that month by month is getting worse. If we're not careful, someday we might not even be standing here because it will all be underwater.
The Just Act initiative is using this project to call on government officials, diplomats and corporate organizations to show more responsibility towards the earth and champion the cause of climate change in whatever little way they all can.
We are committed to continuing the goal of allocating $100 billion a year for the developing world to address mitigation and adaptation issues on climate change.
If you look at the definition of the crisis mode by my government, for example, in Berlin, they have a long list. The climate crisis, of course, is on top, but we also have an energy crisis currently, we have a food crisis, we have a debt crisis because many states and governments, whether richer or poorer, don't have enough money to invest, or they have to increase their debt.
If I ask you a question today, what resource is actually very, very scarce or minimal in other planets? I know most of you would say diamonds or gold or something else, but the truth is it's tree. This earth is blessed with a lot of trees, but in other planets, they don't have trees. God has blessed us. The earth is blessed. We should actually protect what we have.
I'm going to challenge all Nigerians, even beyond Nigeria, to that the time to take action is now. We need to start acting now. Enough of all of the talk. We need to start being responsible, so that we can save the world.
We have rolled out a couple of activities, which ranges from like having limited usage when it comes to trees in making boxes. We have also been championing the cause of ensuring that these cartons, when you buy the TVs, you can use them in making other items, right? Instead of just having them discarded.
In seeking to further preserve the environment, we are all encouraged to turn trash into treasure so as to further reduce waste. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
This is a pendant light made out of cartons, LG cartons. I just, cut different sizes and I glued them together and turned it into this. So it's meant to be a pendant light, but this is a rechargeable lamp. So you just turn it on and it goes all the way up. So it's
in a bid to cut down on the waste by products, LG came up with the ideas that we should upcycle their cartons. And so from that initiative, I came up with this sunburst mirror, which was done from cartons. I mean, if I didn't tell you, you perhaps not know it was made from cartons. Also, this lantern was made from cartons.
The Just Act initiative is a reminder that we need the earth more than it needs us. So for our sake and the sake of generations yet unborn, we are urged to leave the planet better than we met it.